This is the follow-up to the great movie that came out in 2007. This continues the story and adds a ton of more robots and action than the first movie had. Still has the amazing CG from the first film, but adds bigger and more detailed robots that were made for IMAX. This movie adds to what the first one did great and adds a ton of more action, more to it than in the second film. You have the great soundtrack from the movie, and they add some creepier Decepticon music to the film. The great main theme is still playing throughout the movie, and even Bring the Rain theme is back in this film, but not as much. Explosion sound effects are even bigger than before, and the Transformers have unique sounds to their weapons, which is a mix between bullet fire and electronic-based weapon firing. Graphics are just as amazing as it was in the first movie, but you also have gigantic Transformers in this movie. Even if you have the larger-than-life Transformers, you still feel like they fit in, and it doesn't seem like they're CGI at all. A few scenes have the entire area with CG only, and it's done so well that I didn't even realize until they tell you about it in the special features. Explosions are still just as great as the first, with even larger explosions in this movie. The military actions is just as great like the first movie, and you can really tell they're coordinated professionally with a ton of real-life AC-130s and Blackhawks, just to name a few of them. And it's really cool to see real-life military tactics with them doing their own thing and supporting the Autobots. I personally don't think the controversy surrounding the movie is true at all. You have these two brother Autobots that are accused of making fun of black people. I personally don't believe this is because white people try and talk gangster out there, and you can't tell me that they're basically also hillbilly instead of being black. Even in race of super advanced robots, you all have the lemons in the group, and I don't think this offends anyone. It's just humorous events. Also, this movie does have crude humor, and I really think it's funny. Some people have the complaint that it's a family movie and they don't expect to hear some of the humor they brought their children to hear it, but this movie is rated PG-13 and it clearly says crude humor on it. I believe that is the parents' responsibility and if they think their child is ready for that or not. This is why it doesn't factor into my score. Special features are great, and there's about 3 hours in total of them. They talk about the history of Transformers franchise and so much more. It's pretty cool hearing about how they made the awesome robots in the film, and also on top of the special features in the second disc, you have a full audio commentary with Michael Bay and the writers. Overall, I say you should buy this movie. This is how you should do a sequel. They took what made the first movie great and made it even better.